Okay. This was a test that I used in 2002. That's why it says.
And 12.
I mean, oh my God, I said that again. I said that. 2012.
How long have you been teaching?
That was over a decade, so let's just.
Oh my God,
Were
that's
calculators
so funny.
in there then?
And by the way, you're not going to be doing question 1 and 2. Question 1 and 2 was from 5.3. We did that before Christmas. So the reason I grabbed this was because on Friday, I had to do the pep assembly. I had to judge the
Dunk
contest.
contest.
Yeah. But just so in case you want to look at it, this was, you remember the compound monthly problem? The A equals P times 1 plus R over N to the N times T. That's that problem. And then this is the compounding continuous problem. So this is not on your test, but in case you want to see that, but these will be on your final exam. Okay, but they're not going to be on your test tomorrow, but those are those. Okay, so 3 and 4 will be worth 1 point. These are very easy problems. How do you evaluate these log problems? And it says round to 3 decimal places. How do you do log of 9? And what do you get? Correctly. Tell me what you get. .954. How many people got .954?
I did not.
Give yourself a point. How about the next one? Log of 18 base 3. .631. Did you get that? Give yourself another point. If you did not, please ask. Raise your hand. We'll concentrate on the ones that you guys don't know. Okay, number 5. What type of equation is number 5? What kind of equation is it? Is it a log equation? It's an exponential equation. How do you go about solving any kind of exponential equation? Any exponential equation, what do you have to do? Any kind of exponential equation. So if I gave you something like that, 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 what do you do?
Isolate.
Say it louder.
Isolate the exponent.
Mm-hmm. Well, isolate the base.
Yeah.
So what would I do on this one right here? Good, subtract 7. Divide by 2.
Put that in the log. Or ln minus 1.
then you would type in ln1 and then add 1. Okay? So, go back to this problem.
It's all fine, maybe, but,
Go back to 5.
okay. from there.
Okay, so what should we do to this problem? Divide by,
1, 7,
yep,
just got this one.
use your calculator.
8.8.
That's what. Why does that make sense?
Okay, so I'm probably gonna award 3 points for this one. So the first thing I wanna see you do is 15 divided by 1.7. And did you get 8.8235929?
To 3 decimal places?
Well, just leave it in your calculator for now. Just leave it like that. Okay, then what?
Yeah. Just right there.
Just leave it.
And put it.
You could just write, I'm just gonna write it like that.
Alright,
Okay, then what?
put it in naturally.
Okay, so then you'd have log 8.823 base E equals, right?
Yeah.
Now, what's another name for log base E?
ln,
So this is really ln, right?
1.
ln. So what I have here, I want to take the ln of this. So I'm gonna type in, whoops, where's my calculator?
Somewhere.
Where'd it go? I lost it, there it is. Now, where is the ln button? It is right here. So I have to hit Control LN. Control LN. And then I'm gonna hit answer. Control answer.
Wait, where's the answer?
Does everyone know where it's at? Here's the answer, right there. See where I'm at? So you don't have to like round. This is gonna give you your most accurate, after you type in 15 divided by 1.7, leave that answer right in there.
Don't get rid
So
of that.
ln of the answer, hit enter. Okay, back to our work, our test.
So 2.17 equals.
So now what do you think you do?
But that, well, your answer equals 0, so.
What do you mean, put it equal to 0?
Or not equal to the minus x over j.
You're gonna multiply it by 2,
Yeah.
multiply that answer by 2,
And then switch your sign.
multiply it by 2, and then switch the sign or multiply it by -1. So what answer are you gonna write on your paper?
Negative 4.355.
Good, -4.355. Yep. Now, if you want to get an A on this test, how could you check this answer?
You plug it back in.
You could plug it in. Number 6. How do you solve this one?
Try to get combination, but
Can you get a common base?
we sure
No.
can't.
No. So what do you do to both sides?
Oh, okay.
What do I do with
Bring
these
an
powers?
exponent to
Bring
the
them up.
front.
Mhm. ln2 and ln3.
I figured that out in a second.
Ellen.
ln2 is a decimal and so is ln3. They're just ugly,
Dumb numbers.
yeah, they're
Okay.
dumb numbers. This is 0.69.
Yep, dumb number.
And ln3 is 1.09 something, I'm gonna write 1.10.
Roll, what a district.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're gonna solve for X. Look for that.
Now, what do I do here?
You distribute that point.
Distribute. Now, believe it or not, you'll get to this point and 2/3 of you will have trouble distributing.
2/3 of
Yeah, this is what I see all the time. I'll see this, that'll be good. I'll see this, and then from here on, trouble occurs, but you should have. Done.
Wait, can you go back to that?
Wait. How'd you get 0.97?
I brought this over here
Yeah,
and this.
you just swap places.
Yeah.
And then. Oh, then you just divide it, okay, that's fine.
So that's the answer I got. Did anyone else get that? Good. Now that's how you should take a partner test. Is you should each do it and then you say, okay, I got 0.711. What did you
That's
get?
what we do.
Yeah, that's how you should do it.
So I'm not obsessed with this.
Okay, moving along, number 7. What should you do on 7?
Okay, you can.
Factor. Okay,
I knew that.
Brittany, help me factor it.
I knew that.
Good. Wait, not
Or no.
minus,
Plus 6.
minus, plus 6. Okay, then what? Set them equal to 0. So e to the x plus 6 equals 0. E to the x plus, e to the x minus 1 equals 0. Okay, then what? Subtract 6.
Log is 6.
Log what? Log,
It's an actual log.
log, negative 6 base e.
What do you get that value?
What's this?
Oh,
This is ln, ln, negative 6, which is what?
Undefined.
Undefined. You can't take the natural log or the log of any negative number. So this side is no solution, okay? This side. Oh, come on. quicker. E to the x equals 1 log of 1 base E
And you go 0.
ln of 1 equals x. Type that in and you get 0.
Do you still have to write the no solution?
No, this side's no solution, but that's 0. Okay. Nick, you might want to watch this.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, it's up to you. Totally up to you. Okay. How do you graph this?
This.
You have to type this in, you're going to want to type this in your calculator. How do you type this in your calculator? Okay, there's my graph. Now, you're responsible for sketching this graph. How are you going to go about sketching it? I don't want you to just throw a curve somewhere in quadrant 1. I expect you to be able to do what?
Translations.
Find some points. How are you going to locate those points?
Control T.
Control T. Now, if you want extra points, I expect you to fill out the chart. How do you fill out the chart?
A, B, C, D.
Mhm. This is what you do. You have to know this part. So, you would pull out the 1/3. First of all, what's the parent function?
Oh.
Oh my God.
So to rewrite this as, this is the log this is 3 to the y power equals x. So what you would do is plug values in for y, such as -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So if you plugged in -1 here, you get 1/3. If you plugged in 0, you'd get 1. If you plugged in 1, you would get 3. If you plugged in 2, you'd get 9. And if you plugged in 3, you would get 27. Okay? So now you want to pull out the 1/3. So the first thing you would do is multiply the x values by 3. So if you multiply these x values by 3, what would you get? You multiply 1/3 times 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3, and then you would add then add 3. What's your question?
For these tables, are they gonna be worth points in a test? Because
Nope,
we can
I
test-
just said they were, this is
I-
extra credit.
I just went to the rest of it, so I didn't catch
I know, that's why I
Yeah, that's
asked
why
you
you
not
shouldn't
to.
go.
Because I already knew how to do this, that's why I was confused. Sorry, my plan.
Okay, what do you do with the y values here? Leave them. What do you do with the x's? You're gonna add 3. Add 3. So add 3 to these. What do you get? Add 3. Add 3. Add 3. Add 3. Keep the y's the same. Then what do you do?
5 times -2.
Keep your x's the same.
Multiply the y's by -2. You get
2.
and then
You're gonna add 4. 0.
now this is extra credit. So if you added 4, let's keep these x's the same. Add 4. What do you get?
6, 4, 2, 0.
So make sure you graph them. Those points should be graphed. And now let's talk about this you should be able to do, the transformations. What are all the transformations? What's the first transformation? Horizontal, stretch by a factor of 3. What's the next one?
Shift graph.
3 units to the
right.
reflection over the x-axis. Vertical stretch by,
2.
and the last thing
Up
is
4.
4 up.
Okay.
And I'm letting you guys use your calculator. So I'm not asking you domain and range. If I do, it'll be extra credit. Okay, the next two. Everyone, this is easy. How do you rewrite log of A base B in exponential form? What's the base? What's the base?
B.
B. What's the exponent? And what's the answer? A. Good. How do you write this in log form? What is the log? What's the base? 2. Good. You will not be asked for, because I'm giving you a calculator, you can, or if I do, you'll, actually I'm not asked, I'm gonna throw that one out.
Okay.
On any of these, you're gonna have a calculator.
The actual one.
You guys should be able to type these in your calculator, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Normally, these would be on a non-calculator portion, so
But we're beyond that.
these might be on the on the test, but you can type them in your calculator. Any of these you should be able to do. What's the answer to 10?
0.
Undefined.
Not defined, because you can't have the
Okay,
actual log of negative. Or really any log.
What's the answer to 11?
1. Oh, wait, we have.
Without typing it in your
The
calculator.
base is, okay. Yep. 1 and 1/4. 1/4. Is it just a fourth? It's just a
1/4. Do you remember the trick?
The base is, okay, so you bring the exponent to the front, and if the base is the same as the number, then it's 1. So 1/4 times 1 is 1/4.
Did everyone hear Nick? Okay. What about 12, even though you could do that in your calculator? These were technically on the non-calculator portion. Check this one out. Where does this 2 belong?
Above the 10.
Okay, so what is 10 squared?
100.
Okay,
1,000.
so that's 100. Everyone with me?
Yep.
Okay, what do you do with these two? Do you subtract them? No. You divide them. What's 100 divided by 25?
4.
4. What's this answer now? Quickly. 2 to what power is 4?
2.
2.
Yay.
Is this making sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. How about this one? How do you condense this piece? It's a plus sign, so what do? We multiply. 3 times what? 16/3. What do we do with these two?
Cross.
Cross them out.
16.
So 4 to what power is 16?
2.
Wow.
2.
Wow.
Guys, come on.
Okay. How about this one? Now, see how there's a minus sign here and
Yeah.
a plus sign here?
Yeah.
And there's a 3 here, there's a 2 here, and there's a 4 here. This 3 goes with this 4. So that is with this is with this, this is with this. So this is really the log of 4 to the 3rd power minus the log of z squared plus the log of z to the 4th, right? Now see this piece right here, it's the only one with a minus sign. So these two are pluses. If this had a parenthesis here, I would put both of these in the denominator. But these two go in the numerator. So I'm gonna switch these around. Because the commutative property for addition says I can switch them around. Log. So in other words, I can condense this now to the log of 4 to the 3rd times z to the 4th over z squared. See, these two are pluses, and that's a minus. That goes in the
So
denominator.
by getting rid of 2 z's.
Uh-huh. So now, how do you condense this? What is 4 to the 3rd power?
16 times 64.
So this is 64z squared.
Is the 64 still over z squared, or does it just completely cancel when you get rid
This
of that?
cancels with 2 of these. It's
Okay.
on top.
Okay.
Okay. Number 15, I did in the homework. It's exact homework problem. I'm going to save it for last because we're running out of time. I want to make sure I get these ones done. Number 16, how do I solve this one? Let's go fast.
Gotta go fast.
How do I solve 16? Quick. What is 4 to the negative 2 power?
1 to 16.
Which is, good,
Yay.
good. That's easy. Okay, how about the next one?
5 to the 5th equals 2x plus 1. Oh, there's a 3 at the bottom. Okay.
Mhm.
Sorry, let me, okay, so now.
What is 3 to the 3rd?
27. equals 2, x plus 1, subtract 1 divided by 2, x equals 13. Or not,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
13, I'm just, no.
Oh, wait,
27, you don't need the plus 1 at the bottom, or just erase the whole thing.
wait.
Just 2x.
Okay, good. These are a repeat. I don't know what I was doing, but these are those two.
Story for life.
I know. And these are a repeat also. So skip them. 22 is the next new one. What do you
Same
notice
base,
about
you got your
22?
same base.
What do you notice about 22? What can you do?
Cancel them out, so you got 3x plus 1 times 5x minus 1.
What do you do?
And then solve, so plus 9.
5 equals x.
What's x?
5.
Beautiful. 23. 5 to the third. What's 5 to the third?
125.
Then what? Divide. X is 25. Okay, these next 4 are important. It's asking you to add, so should I go ahead and add? Should I add x plus 4? Because after teaching for 149 years, every year I have gotten x plus 4.
Not a day past 120.
I will for sure get someone say x plus 4 equals 2.
Yikes.
Someone's gonna add x and 4. What are you gonna do instead? Multiply. This is the one time where it's not logical. It's not adding. It's multiplying.
Makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
Love when it does that.
You're not gonna add. You're gonna multiply.
You're not. You're not.
Don't add. Multiply. Now what?
6 squared equals 4x.
6 squared. What's 6 squared?
56.
Where'd the log go?
You rewrote it.
Oh.
6 squared.
9.
What's the answer? 9.
Hello.
Now, what would have happened if we came up with x is negative 9? Throw it out because it's extraneous. Okay. 25, what do you do? Do we subtract?
No.
What do you do?
Divide.
I think she said she was gonna pull
I'm sorry.
25, you divide. 25, you divide. Now this one, you cancel because we have 1 on each side. We have a match, 1 on each side. If you don't have a match, you rewrite it.
X equals 8.
Good job. 24 over x equals 3. Now, out of curiosity, when I first passed out these notes on this, you guys said, oh my God, I did so bad last year. Do you feel better?
Yeah,
time around?
I definitely understand it.
Abby,
Because I actually paid attention.
come
kind
on.
of.
Okay, 26, what are you gonna do on the left side? Are you gonna add? Okay, good answer.
Not
What are you gonna do?
You're multi, yeah. And you cancel out your logs, get rid of them.
Get rid of them. Why?
Because you got the same base and you have a match. X squared plus 4x equals 4.
So you can factor
You can factor.
Yay.
x plus 6 and x minus 2.
Wait, what? Oh, okay.
So you're gonna factor, this is a quadratic.
Are we having all the ones on the test?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you.
Now, are both answers good?
No.
Which one is extraneous? Why? Because that's gonna give you a negative answer here. So the only answer that works is x equals 2. Do not write -6 here. And the last one, how will you write this one? X, some number cubed, is 64. What is that number?
4.
4. So you'd have to take the cube root of both sides.
Can you go back to 17?
You can go back
Yeah,
to
the one
that.
that we just.
Yes.
Wait, how is that?
Number 9.
This one you write it as 3 to the third.
I feel like I should.
Oh, you got that on the
So the base,
Oh, you're not
the
about to
answer,
do the homework.
so 3 cubed is 27. Subtract 1.
Oh, okay, I see what it is.